So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game House, and you know that I love esports, and all the entire staff at the Game House, whether it's Overwatch or League of Legends, we all enjoy the gaming aspect, and it's been a growing question that really has yet to be answered for esports. How can somebody treat League of Legends, for example, whether you're talking one of the big super majors or a regional event, how can you treat it like a regular sporting event and place a wager on that event? Now, there are apps out there are services out there. I was scrolling through Twitter a couple days ago, and I found this one right here. And so, what you see on the screen in front of you, right now is the logo for a Grin Gaming. Grin Gaming. Now, so when I found this, and I found a streamer who was using the interface through the gringaming.com site, I was intrigued. There are several wagers that you can place through the site. Now, obviously, due to laws, you're not betting cash, you're betting site tokens. So, and that's pretty much what you're going to see across every app right now. So, a whole lot of things have to change in order for you to be able to bet actual cash. But until we get to that point, we have tools like this. So, I have with me two guys. They're the founders of Grin Gaming. They're going to introduce themselves. We're going to give a quick sort of a rundown about the site itself, and then we're going to get into some deeper issues, the problem that they're trying to solve, and their overall goals. So guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Cool. Thanks for that nice introduction, Mr. Funny Man. We're glad that you've had the opportunity to visit our site and you like what you've seen so far. I'm Nick. I am one of the co-founders. I love esports and have played, video games since I was a little kid. World of Warcraft, I thought, is the greatest thing that ever happened to me as a middle schooler.
Yep, I agree.
And I come from more of the engineering background. So I head up a lot of the, along with a couple other folks, site development and integrations, while my partner Chris does a lot more of the operations and the esports side. Really founded and created by streamers, and we're looking to solve a problem primarily and first for ourselves and share that solution with a larger community.
My name is Chris Hammond. I am one of the other co-founders. I've been playing video games since I think I could remember, what anything was. It was from Zelda, regular Nintendo. I've had almost every single system. Dreamcast has to be my favorite by far.
Okay.
Just because of, the amount that you could mod and have fun with it. And I focus more on the gaming side and on the streaming side, so I talk to a lot of the streamers and stuff like that, and sort of overlook, browsing through sites like Twitch and YouTube and social medias to sort of try to find that next big streamer that we can connect with.
Very nice. So to give people just a sort of a basic understanding of what your site does. So you take the Twitch API. And you run it through your website, and what your interface does is that you have a live person who sits and watches streamers play games. So the games that you're focused on right now are Fortnite, PUBG, CS:GO, League of Legends, and Apex as well. So a live person will watch a streamer as the game, and so the idea is you place a bet with site tokens on whether or not the streamer, like for example, if they're playing Fortnite, so so the game is booting up. They're on the bus and they're getting ready to drop. So the wager comes up. The first thing they will find, will it be a shotgun or some armor, right?
Yeah. So I gotta correct you just a little bit.
Okay, sure.
While the currency on the platform is site tokens or Grin coins, that's just a simplified mechanism for transferring real wealth, real value. So you can buy coins with US dollars,
Okay.
and then you can cash out right now in the form of Amazon or Visa gift cards.
Okay.
Real soon here, we hope to be supporting cash in and cash out. I think that's a very real possibility for us coming up here. But right now, just because we're in beta mode and we're getting the product off the ground, we do not allow users to buy in. So all users upon sign up get the equivalent of $20 free in Grin coins. So that's an awesome incentive for anybody listening right now, to go ahead and sign up now, because, for just a short period of time longer, you will receive $20 worth of Grin coins for free, which you can then use to win Amazon gift cards, Visa gift cards, etc.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that I understand this for everybody, because I obviously didn't have the full picture of your site. So when you sign up right now, you're given the equivalent of $20 cash, which is 200 coins, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so then people take those coins and they place wagers on the games for certain events to happen, and then based upon whether the bet win or loses or whatever, they either gain the tokens or they lose the tokens. And then at some point, is there a certain threshold that somebody has to cross in order to cash out?
Well, no, not exactly. So right now the cash out mechanism works through a drawing wheel, and it costs 25 Grin coins to spin the wheel. There are various prizes on there, like more coins, extra spin, Visa gift card, Amazon gift card. So the minimum cost to spin the wheel is 25 coins, but you can apply multipliers to that. So if you did a 10x multiplier, 250 Grin coins, you could potentially win a $50 Amazon gift card, right?
Wow. Okay.
So for just over a little bit more than for just a little bit more than you get for free by signing up right now, you could win a $50 Amazon gift card.
Okay. This is actually pretty interesting. So a person signs up on your site, and you have a streamer who's playing CS:GO, for example, and you have your mods who are watching the game, and they're setting up the wagers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the mod sets up the wager, and you have a time frame in which you have to sign up, which is usually about 90 seconds to actually place the wager.
Yeah. So yes. So it's just over 1 minute.
Okay.
It depends on a couple of variables. And you've got 1 minute to enter a wager. So the question is, will Clintus get a kill in the next 3 minutes? Then the bet will be open. You'll see the bet pop up. You'll have 1 minute to place your bets, right? And then the bet will be concluded 2 minutes after betting has closed, if it's a 3 minute. And after that, the bet is elapsed, the time is elapsed, you will, obviously either win or lose. And if you win, you get a nice little animation in front of you that lets you know your balance ticks up. You see a green, your balance turns green. My point is that all of this happens sort of automatically. There's no page refreshes.
Okay.
We put a lot of care and effort into making it a really rich experience.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very seamless.
Okay, nice. Okay, so now, so for the moment now, you're only supporting 5 games. So, what is keeping you from doing something like Call of Duty?
I think I can take this one, Nick. Really, the games that we've listed right now, I wouldn't even say we're so much focused on. I say they're just more of the popular games right now. But we're focusing, I guess, on those, but we're not limited to them. We can do any game that is being streamed at all. So you could be playing Sea of Thieves, you could be playing Mortal Kombat, you could be playing CSGO. There's really no limit to the game that we can put on here, and that's one of the great things, is that we can always evolve easily and seamlessly with the newest games that come out. When Apex Legends came out, nobody saw that happening. Nobody even really knew about what was coming to the market. So it would be nice to have a group like Grin Gaming, like us, that can adapt to the market so easily and get a game up there so people can start interacting with it.
Okay, nice. Now, this what this looks like to me, and if this is a bad comparison, let me know. So, most people think of a traditional sports book, and they walk up to the counter and they place $100 wager on a certain event happening. Like they're gonna place a wager on the NBA playoffs, and they're gonna do the Trail Blazers against the Thunder, and they're gonna bet the over/under or whatever. Now, so the person wins that bet. Now, in most traditional sports books, whether you're online or in person, there's a fee involved, and so a person that wins the bet pays some sort of a fee out of the amount that they win. So, is there some sort of a way that you're doing that? I mean, I guess the baseline, the baseline question is, through this process, how do you make your money?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, just to be very clear, we are not a website. We are an entertainment and engagement layer on top of Grin, or on top of Twitch. So, we don't have the same economics that, say, a bookie or Bodog or some other gambling website would have. We make it very rewarding for players to wager on our platform because we're not making our money through that mechanism. So figuring out which direct avenue we want to go in terms of monetization. Right now, we're really just focused on building the most kick-ass, engaging platform possible. And so, yeah, there's no fees on betting. There's no fees on buying Grin coins. There's no fees on cashing out. It's free to play, right? And you can choose to buy more Grin coins if you want to. We're really not focused on the revenue at the moment. We're just focused on making our users as happy as possible and getting them, every feature and every feature they want at the highest quality.
Okay, so that's interesting to note. So now is that whole setup, the way that you just explained it, is that the way that you sort of avoid being classified as a gambling website? Because I happen to know personally, if you're classified as a gambling website, there are a lot more restrictions on the business that you can do. Certain payment processors won't even touch you at all. So is that sort of your business solution to the whole thing?
Not really. I mean, we just wanted to create a platform for all users, a really kick-ass, fun experience. We think that an engaging, entertaining experience appeals to more people than strictly a betting one does. And yeah, I mean, we're really just trying to put the user first with this decision and make it a and introduce more people to esports that are currently on the sidelines and they've heard about esports. They know that it's a thing, but they don't really necessarily want to sit in front of Twitch for 2 hours, right? But if you offer them a social, engaging platform that allows them to interact with the content, to maybe talk a little trash about, I bet this thing happen. Then it becomes a whole new immersive social experience, which is what we're trying to provide. The betting and the gambling is just one facet, and honestly, just the first one we chose to integrate into this ecosystem of engaging features.
Yeah, when we first started building this, when Nick and I first started talking about Grin Gaming and creating this platform, we never really thought of it as like a gambling experience ever. Like, we just thought about trying to create a fun, interactive medium that people could go to. And I mean, especially for myself, I'll go ahead and say it. I mean, there's a lot of us out there. I'm pretty ADD. So, I like to click around Twitch when I get bored. So it gives me something to do while I'm watching a streamer. It keeps me entertained. And I like to say, and we do say that this was built by streamers and Twitch viewers for streamers and Twitch viewers. It helps streamers, and for the viewers, it keeps you really entertained, and it's way more fun than just sitting there with your chin in your hand, listening and watching. You actually get to interact with the streamer firsthand the whole entire time.
Nice. Okay. So your focus is more of the social aspect than the goal of the site, the goal of the tool is to create a more engaged audience, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We want, streamers have a problem, and the problem is keeping users engaged the whole entire time. If you're streaming for 4 hours, it's hard to keep somebody literally there for 4 hours. Most of the time you won't.
Right.
So what we want to do is solve that issue and help them, bring in more viewers and more constant viewers that will sit there and use Grin Gaming to entertain themselves while they watch their favorite person. And on the other hand, there was an issue with viewers. They want more entertainment. They need more interaction. They need more adrenaline, more fun. And it just has to happen. So by pairing the two and really just aligning them and helping each other, it's really given us this great thing that we now call Grin Gaming.
Very nice. Okay, now from the other side of the coin, from your side of the coin, when it comes to the operational standpoint, so what you the way you're set up right now, you have a live person who's in the chat for the streamer, regardless of the game, doesn't matter what they're doing, and that live person sets up the bets. So the question that I have is, what happens when you hit a threshold where instead of 1, 2, or 3 streamers going at once across 5 games, maybe 7 or more games, you have 3 to 5 per game. So you're looking at maybe 12 to 21 different streams going on at once. I mean, it would just seem to me that while having a live person handle that is a good idea, they can understand the chat, and they can they can structure the wages a certain way. It just feels like it's at a certain point when you scale this up. I mean, it'll hit I'm gonna try to say it will hit a certain threshold where you can't really keep up anymore, right?
It's not scalable, and And I see what you're saying. I mean, we envision ourselves. We would rather have streams with 1,000 people in each one than 1,000 live streams with 5 people in each.
Okay.
We think that we really hit our kind of peak product when there is a lot of action, right? Where there's a lot of community and engagement. So we are not thinking about 10 streams or 100 streams right now. Maybe that will be a concern at some point, but we're focusing on making these a handful of streams we do support at a time the best, most fun, most well-performing thing that we can. So we're really just, we're almost artisans who are really focused on this kind of small batch of features that we're offering, because we really want to make the user experience that good, and we don't want to extend ourselves before we can guarantee that the user experience will be impeccable every single time.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually we have 2 mods per stream, and I think it's a little bit more fun having a little bit of human error, or if a moderator throws out a bad bet, that's just better for our users. And the bigger we get and the more streams that we're going to be putting forth, it's just more people that we can create jobs for.
Got it. So now from a business standpoint, from a I guess a monetization standpoint, so do you foresee a point at which your tool is so good and so refined where you can go to streamers and say, look, you use our tool, your average view time goes from X and goes up at least 12% over time, and then you can show how your tool creates engagement and creates a longer view time for the audience, so you don't charge the viewer a fee, but you have streamers that want to pay you a fee for like a short-term situation.
Yeah, I mean, so that's really the value proposition that we are seeing right now, and we expect to see even more strongly going forward. We want to, as Chris mentioned, provide more sticking power with streams. There's obviously a lot of options when it comes to Twitch streams and streamers. There's a lot of great people out there, right? But sometimes it's there's almost too much choice, and you get lost just clicking around. We want to offer a feature set that makes sitting through a lull period on your favorite streamer a little more tolerable, a little more bearable, right? We want to make it so that you feel less frantic clicking through streams, trying to find something that's good. I mean, let's be honest, it's very challenging to just to click on a new stream and be able to gauge maybe what it will be like for the next 20 minutes in the first 5 seconds. For more than just the entertainment of the Twitch stream, if you're there for the entertainment of of the betting, of the social nature of trash talking, of the whole integration of the ecosystem, then you're more likely to stick it out for 2 minutes when something gets a little boring, right? Because you've got other things to keep you engaged. Hit the nail on the head. We really are trying to let streamers have an audience that sticks around longer, less likely to leave, because they're there for more than just the character exploring the map.
Nice. Okay, now, so the next thought that comes into my brain is this: the largest point of interaction for anybody these days, and it's only going to grow going forward, is your cell phone. So do you guys? So is your site, is it compatible with most decent smartphones, or is there or are there certain things that you have some issues to solve there?
Yeah, we test on all major platforms, computer operating systems as well as mobile operating systems. And yeah, I mean, the site is functional on the mobile browser. We are in the works right now of getting our mobile apps together. We just have a lot of a lot of features in the pipeline, and after we knock out a couple more of our core desktop features, we are going to get the ball moving on mobile stuff. So not to worry, the plan is there, and we see mobile as being, I think, probably even a bigger platform for us than desktop, because sitting on the bus, for instance, I think people have kind of at their wits' end with Facebook and social media, for instance.
Yeah.
Really engaging experience that actually brings you into an active community and doesn't give you the false impression of a community like Facebook does.
Very nice. Wow. So it's really interesting, because from our first conversations a couple of days ago, I tried to get some basic understanding, but I'm really glad that we had this conversation here, because they're trying to understand your development process and your thoughts behind how to turn this into not a gambling setup, but more of a social setup that grabs onto the competitive pieces that are in all of us and creates an overall experience. So guys, I really like what you're doing. I'm very, very glad that we had this conversation. So going forward now, so without revealing any major, huge trade secrets, is there anything that you can tell me about some more features coming up?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have mobile probably the next 3 to 6 months, so look out for that. And other than that, we're just going to be continuing to refine our existing features and looking at every possible way that we can give back to the community, whether it's through more prizes, more ways of winning prizes, giveaways on the platform, leaderboard prizes, in-app badges and crowns and things you can win through participation, through your betting history and success there. So we are really just focused on everything we can do to celebrate our users and to make it the richest, most fun experience we can, because we all love esports, we all love Twitch, but we think that we want to make it even better to watch Twitch and to engage with esports as a viewer.
Very nice, guys. Thank you very much for making time for me today. Everybody, head over to their various accounts. The Grin Gaming on Twitter, at The Grin Gaming, gringaming.com. Sign up now during the beta test. You get some free coins out of it. You can interact with streamers through the site. You can win these wagers. You can cash in those coins that you win for spins on the wheel. You can win a $50 gift card to Amazon. You can do a lot of things. This has been a very informative situation for me. I'm really excited for what you guys are thinking here and your thought process behind giving the viewers another reason to tune in and giving the streamers a new tool to engage your audience. So guys, I greatly appreciate you making time for me. We just actually connected a couple of days ago. So thank you very, very much for this whole thing. Is there anything else that you want to promote? I'm on the way out.
No, I mean, we would just be very grateful for and excited for people to come check out what we've been putting so much love and energy into. Really, we are here for the community. We're here for our users, and we want to have an open dialogue with everybody, because this is for all of us to share and to enjoy. And I have to thank you, Funny Man. Your questions have been truly insightful, despite your handle.
Thank you very much.
And I'm really glad that you're in our community, and I look forward to having you witness our growth over the next couple of months here.
Very nice, guys. Thanks again. Hey, everybody, head over to the website gringaming.com, at the Grin Gaming on Twitter. And if you like this interview and all the other great content we have for the Game House, check out thegamehouse.com, check out the YouTube channel, drop some likes and some follows, and we'll see you soon.